Configuring IP source guard is probably the easiest configuration you will ever do. Well, that's only if DHCP snooping is already configured. So if DHCP snooping is already configured, you go to the untrusted interfaces. So in this case, Ethernet 0/1 and Ethernet 0/2, and you type in IP verify source. Now, IP verify source only enables IP address verification for IP source guard. If you want to enable IP and MAC address verification, you will have to use the command IP verify source port security. So let's look at an example of configuring IP source guard. So we already have DHCP snooping set up. But what I want to do now is I want to make sure that as every single packet is sent from PC1, I want to verify that the IP address in that packet is sourced from 10.1.1.10, arriving inbound on fast Ethernet 0/1. And if not, then that packet's denied. And how is it denied? Well, whenever you enable IP source guard on an interface, it creates a port access control list in the background. Behind the scenes, automatically creates one. And that port access control list says that packets only from this IP address are allowed. Everything else is denied. So the command is IP verify source. And if I want to also look at MAC addresses, I need port security enabled plus the additional port security command that we see here. So let's just do IP verify source. And now let's take a look at the output of show IP verify source. That's how we verify IP source guard. We currently see that interface fast Ethernet 0/1 has been enabled for IP source guard. The filter type is IP. Now, if it was also MAC address, it would say IP-MAC. Filter mode, it's active. We're currently active. The IP address of the packets must be coming from 10.1.1.10. Or else they're simply denied. The MAC address isn't listed because we haven't changed, we are not, analyzing the MAC address in the frame because we didn't enable IP verify source port security. And also, that packet has to be coming in the interface of VLAN 10. Right, so all of that has to match. Now, do we have port security enabled on ASW1? Let's check it out. Show interface, or show run interface fast Ethernet 0/1. No, we don't. Let's do it. Let's have some fun here. Configure terminal, interface fast Ethernet 0/1. Let's go ahead and type in switch port, port security. Let's put a maximum of 3. I know I have some virtual machines out there. I don't want to accidentally cause a violation right now while we're doing this demo. So I'm going to put it a maximum of 3. And that's pretty much it. Oh, we got to turn it on. One more. Switch port, port security. There we go. Now it's turned on. So now let's double check the output of show IP verify source. All right, nothing's changed there because we have to type in interface configuration mode, IP verify source port security. Now we should have a change. There we go. So now you can see it's IP MAC, the filter type, and the MAC address. So based on a dynamically generated port access control list in the background on ASW1, only traffic sourced from the IP 10.1.1.10 and sourced from the MAC address that ends in 06D6 arriving inbound on fast Ethernet 0/1 will be accepted on that interface. Everything else will be dropped. So that ensures that if somebody's spoofing an address on another port, it won't work. So if PC1 all of a sudden has a malicious user connected to it and they try to spoof the IP address 10.1.1.20 that belongs to Only this IP address is allowed inbound in packets on this interface.